Hey guys, welcome back and thank you for joining us again. Today we are making
Clay Cuties.
We're making an ice cream cone, we're making a cupcake, and we're gonna make a pineapple. So I cannot wait for you guys to see how these turn out. You're gonna have so much fun doing this project. First, we're gonna make ice cream cones. And for this, we have a beige for the cone. I'm going to make my ice cream mint.
I'm gonna make mine pink.
Awesome.
I'm going to make mine purple.
Great. And then if you want to do like a fudge topping on top of it or something, you could take a brown or a caramel color to do caramel toppings on it.
I do.
And then if you would like to do eyes on it, you can do them in clay or you can use paint. We're gonna use some acrylic paint. We have black and white and a very small paintbrush. And then some various clay tools that we have just in case we need them to form anything. Okay, so to make our cone, we are going to first roll it between our hands. And then we're gonna slowly take one side and start squishing it more than the other side until we form a point at the end. And then we're gonna flatten the top and then shape it around. You can roll it on the table too until it gets to looking like a cone shape. And we have just a tiny bit of clay, so you don't need a lot. You can make it large though if you want. And then to do sort of like a waffle cone, you can take a tool and indent across it like this. Or you can take clay and make those lines. You can even use something like a pencil to etch the lines across it. And we're gonna go in both directions, kind of making X's in it. Once we have our waffle cone etched, we are going to start putting the ice cream on the cone. In order to do that, we're gonna take some of our clay. I love this clay because it's kind of like a foam clay and super fun to work with. It does dry out pretty fast though, so you have to work quickly. We're gonna roll it into a ball and set it on top of the cone. And this is where you can either use your fingers or you can use a clay tool and sort of pull that ice cream down like it's melting onto the cone. Looking great.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Is mine looking good?
Of course.
Thanks.
And then if you want to add some caramel or something, I'm gonna, I think, take a little bit of peach mixed with my brown to make it more like a caramel color. Or you can take some brown mixed with black to make a dark brown for fudge. And we're gonna just spread that thin. We're gonna set that on top of the ice cream cone and pull it down again in some spots. and press it down on there. You can even make yours super tiny, so it's like a keychain. If you have any jewelry supplies at home, or your parents have any jewelry supplies at home, you can make a charm or put in a keychain. You can put on sprinkles or a cherry on top. I like that idea, so I'm gonna put a cherry on top of mine too, with a little bit of red clay and a tiny bit of green that I'll roll between my fingers and put right on top there. Okay, now you could decide if you want to leave it like this, or you can add eyes to make it extra cute. So we're gonna take some paint and we're going to paint some eyes on. Okay, so you're going to take your little paintbrush and get it wet and dip it in some black paint, or you can use your black clay and roll tiny little balls. And I'm just going to paint a little circle. I always rest my arm on the table to provide more steadiness. Now I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to add some white for a little reflection in the eye. You'll want to let your black dry before you do this. And you can feel free to add in a mouth too if you'd like to make it extra cute. There we have our cute little ice cream cone. Next, we are going to make cute little cupcakes. I am going to use this green color for my cupcake liner, this color for the bread part, and this color for the frosting. Okay, so to make the bottom part, we're gonna roll it up into a ball, and then we're going to push down the top and the bottom so they're flat. And then we're gonna start squeezing the bottom a little bit to make it tapered at the bottom. And then we will take our color we're using for the cake part and roll it up into a ball. And press it on top of there. And I'm going to move the cake part of it down a little bit into the liner. And then to make the frosting, it's very similar to the ice cream. We're gonna take a thin piece of clay and spread it out and plop it right on top of there. Another way you can do it is you can roll it and then coil it. And you'll want to coil it so that it gets bigger and bigger toward the bottom. And then you can press it right on there. So if you ever notice that when you go to bakeries, they have that fancy kind of frosting. I'm gonna add a little bit more frosting. And feel free to add sprinkles or cherry on top. And then add eyes if you want to make it really cute. If you find it to be really challenging to do the mouth with a paintbrush or with clay, you can feel free to take a permanent marker and draw the mouth on. You can even do that for the eyes too. And now I'm going to add some sprinkles by just taking some clay and rolling it, and then I'm going to break it apart and put those little pieces on top of the frosting. Now we are going to create a pineapple. So first we're going to take some yellow clay and roll it in a ball. And we're going to flatten it a little bit and have it taper toward the top. Then we're going to take some green clay and we are going to roll it up, flatten it a little bit, and we're going to start pulling out the edges. And those are going to be the leaves on top. And to attach it, you'll just plop it right on the top. And then you can use the clay tool or your finger to squish it into the yellow clay so it'll stay on. Cute. And now to add a texture, we're going to do something similar to what we did to the ice cream cone. And find something like a pencil, something sharp, and start creating a sort of zigzag pattern where you're etching some lines in one direction diagonal and then etching lines diagonal in the other direction. Very lightly. You can do that on the top or all the way around. I will show you how I use a permanent marker to add the face. This part's definitely easier on smooth surfaces, and if you can wait until the clay is very dry, that's suggested. I'm going to add some lines on my leaves just to give it some extra detail. You can do this with different colors too, it doesn't have to be black. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did creating these clay cuties. Do you guys want to show them what you made?
Yeah.
All right, how about you first?
Me?
Cute, I like your ice cream cone. Wow, that's really good.
Thanks.
Pineapple, awesome. How about yours? Can you see yours?
It's a little fairy, and I washed my teeth, and I'm going to give one of them to this tooth fairy.
Awesome.
This one I made a long time ago.
Cute. Here's my pineapple. And my ice cream cone. And my little cupcake. I think this one's my favorite. I just like the cute little face on it. I hope you guys had fun. Be sure to tag us, hashtag wildfreeandcrafty, to share your artwork with us. We'd love to see what you come up with. Don't forget to subscribe to our videos. Follow us on social media at wildfreeandcrafty on Facebook and the Rustic Orchid Sign Co. on Facebook. Thanks, you guys. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Hey guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning into our videos. This has transformed into something so incredible. We have just about 14,000 YouTube subscribers, which is amazing. And I've had a lot of people, out of the just kindness of their hearts, ask me, what can we do to contribute and thank you for making these videos and support you and your small business since you've had to close your studio down. I had to close my studio temporarily while we are in a stay-at-home order. So that's a nice way of saying shelter in place. And so we're closed until, I don't know when. But if you feel it in your heart that you want to donate to thank us for doing these art classes, we would be so thankful. You can go ahead and do that by going on the main page of our YouTube video channel. And if you click in the header, there are several different links. You can go to the first one that says donate to go to PayPal and donate money. All right, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been so much fun creating art with you every single day, and we love seeing all your creations. Have a good day.